Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you to this class, the second class of me meeting with you guys. This should be my second lecture, and I remain Mr. Onyeka Emmanuel Uzowulu. So today I'll be taking you guys on chapter 13, which have as its topic philosophic foundations of science. Introduction. Revision of the previous class. Yes, in the previous class we tried to create a nexus, almost more of an introduction to see actually what philosophy is doing or what philosophy does in the business of the sciences. More of saying, why do we have philosophy of science? And then we made some establishments back in the last class. For example, we could see the claims that philosophy comes in as a second order activity to look at the first order activity, that's science, as a first order activity now in this instance. So philosophy comes in as a second order activity to look at the activities of the scientists. And then the second claim also that that philosophy is the mother of all sciences, and as such philosophy is also science. And so we can actually begin to talk about philosophy of science. So that aside from the previous class, coming into this chapter 13, where we talk about philosophic foundation of science. So here we would actually see the various foundations philosophy have laid down for the scientists to work with. These are foundations, just like when you're about to set up a building, you want to build two-story building, you first of all lay foundations, you lay a foundation for the building. So in the same way, if the scientists want to function, these are the foundations the philosophers have laid down for them to function with. So first of all, philosophy has been regarded to mean a groundless and abstract activity which has zero significance or impact on issues concerning existence. It is from this presupposition that the present-day scientists believe that science does not need philosophy to thrive. Now, scientists have been accusing philosophy of being antagonistic, that is, always against them, always criticizing them. And a lot of scientists have said that there is no business between philosophy and science, because all that philosophy does is not experimental in nature, cannot be experimented, and it has no result. In other words, they are saying that the exercises of the philosophers do not have any real significance in the society, and thus there is no need for us to dwell on courses like philosophy of science. But I'll ask the question to the class, is that true? So, however, during the ancient era, philosophers were scientists and scientists were philosophers. That is, in philosophy we say we have different epoche or eras. And then in the ancient era, where we have the likes of Socrates, Thales of Miletus, Anaximenes, Pythagoras. These guys were scientists. Pythagoras, for instance, was a mathematician also. So we have these guys. Then you could actually not demarcate or differentiate between philosophy and science, because philosophy was science and science was philosophy. For example, they say Western philosophers made scientific discoveries such as the theory of rarefication.